G'day, welcome back. If you're a newbie, welcome to the channel. Been spraying, we're sort of mid-afternoon now, so been spraying wheat this morning, just a broadleaf spray, and also getting a fungicide on it, just over at our dairy block. So there's about 90 hectares over there that we did. We're just getting organised. We're going to try and irrigate what we can over there. Probably won't be this week, it'll be early next week. Brendan's here, he's just been digging out a few stops in the rice, and Tony's actually spraying channels. I've got a bit more spraying to do yet, but it's got quite windy, so yeah, we'll just leave it today, and we might try and, I think tomorrow's going to be pretty windy too, but we've got the late oats that we sowed, got to spray them, and also where the corn's going, we're going to do a knockdown spray on that. So yeah, but we're sort of moving into summer crop prep mode, and also getting organised to irrigate us a bit of country, or irrigate a bit of winter crop. Just back here in the workshop. Yeah, just going to try and get these bushes machined. If you haven't been watching along, we're converting the front of the steering axle on our air cart. We're actually converting it to putting casters on it, just so we can turn a bit sharper and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's a bit of a process. We've been having trouble with the lathe, but hopefully we've got it under control now. Noisy, got the earplugs on as well as the earbuds. We're getting there. We're there, finally. What I do need to do is we've still got, I moved the boring bar out a bit on this side, just to get a bit deeper. What I need to do, I reckon there's a bit about there that just needs taking out, so I'll then friend it again. Again, it's a little bit loose, but time we weld it in, I prefer it to be a fraction loose than too tight, because it will probably shrink a bit when we weld it up. I did put a bit of cutting compound, just the white coolant that we run on the saw and in the mill there, and I've just been squirting a bit in that in there. I'm just having trouble, and I have actually slowed the speed down a bit. Just I was having trouble with tips still, and yeah, that's just a little bit slow. It's taking a bit longer, but it is prolonging the life of the end of the carbide tip a bit. So again, I'm not a machinist. I will put a caveat on this. So, but yeah, anyway, I can bore a bush and machine a pin, and that's about as good as it gets. One done. It's been a bit of a drawn out process, but the upside, the lathe is working all right. Oh, what's going on here? Oh no, so that's pretty good. Bit of crap in there, but yeah, so we'll get on to the next one. So that'll sit on there, and as I said, it's just going to ride on there. I did have one of you guys ask me about a nylon strip under there. I don't know how that would go. I don't think it'd last that long. And then what I'm going to do is I'll cut a collar, and I was going to drill a hole through that. I'll probably jump the gun by welding them in, but anyway, worst case scenario, I can just run a weld around the top of the collar, keep that there. So we'll need to drill that, so we can put a grease nipple in it as well. I haven't actually worked out how I'm going to do that. Well, obviously it's only a case of drilling a hole, but getting to the grease nipple, I'm not too sure how we're going to do that yet. So anyway, that's all right. I'll worry about that. But yeah, no, it all looks like it might work. I've just marked the other, while I was just letting that run through there before, I've just started to mark this next, the top axle. So again, we're working on 3 metre wheel centres, so we've allowed, I think with 3.2, so I've just allowed 100 mil out each side, just to give us a bit to play with, and yeah, just so it's not right at the end and doesn't, you know, something happens and it tears out of the end of it. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep running this lathe while it's going, and hopefully this next one's a bit quicker. We're well underway with the second one. Hasn't got any quieter. So while that's running away there quietly, I've just cut and marked the centre axle, and then again I'm just marking where I've got to cut these holes with the gas. So I've just drilled a pilot hole, just so it's a bit neater, and then yeah, the one in the middle as well. So I'll just finish marking these. I'm just gonna roll it over again, and then yeah, we can set the gauge up on the oxy and yeah, get the holes cut. Who says men can't multitask? Alright, so I've cut the 6 of them. That'll clean up and just a bit of burr in there, so that'll be nice and good. Yep, and we've got a bit through each side, so the plan is now, once we get that bush in, we'll probably, again, we've got that 150 by 10, so we'll, you know, do something like that, possibly, on both sides, just to give us a bit more support in the middle. Yeah, don't know yet. I'll sort of suss it out. I'll suss it out as we go a little bit. Yeah, obviously you get your strength. If we just get that bush out of the road, hang on. That's the way it'll be. So obviously we get our strength that way, out of the side walls. So I'm just, as I've said before, I prefer to over-engineer stuff than underdo it. So we'll just see how it works out. Yeah, sorry, it's quite windy again now. So I may even run. I've got best part of 4 or 5 metres there, so we might be able to, yeah, potentially come right out here somewhere maybe, just to give it that bit extra strength in the middle. Yeah, anyway, I'll work that one out. We're getting to the final sort of 1 or 2 cuts on this, on the first edge of this bush. So yeah, we've done more in the last hour than what we have in 2 weeks, which is yeah, when things work properly, it's amazing what'll happen. So yeah, I'll probably nearly do this cut and then yeah, call it a day. So we got that half of that one done. So it's yeah, again, it's probably a fraction tighter than the other one, but it'll be all right. I think if I was a machinist, what I probably should be doing is machining that shaft. I don't think it's quite 100% round either, but we ain't doing that. So it'll wear in eventually. So that's what a grease gun's for. So yeah, so I'm just gonna flip that round now and machine the other one. But yeah, it's about knock off time today. So yeah, see whether we get to it tomorrow. Morning. It's been a few days since we started this one. Yeah, as I think I mentioned, I had a wedding that I was part of. Best mate got married a few days ago now. So yeah, we're back into it. I did actually start this yesterday morning, but we had a horrendous day with wind, and yeah, by the end of the day I just wanted to stab somebody. So yeah, wind has that effect on me. So yeah, we actually didn't worry about, and you just couldn't. It was as bad a day as we've had for a long time. Sorry, I'm just so we've started irrigating, so I'm just here doing the morning change. Yes, I know, pretty busy day yesterday as well. Anyway, we had Chris and Sam from Earthy Ag here. They started on the windrowers, so started on all the Macdon gear that we've got. So they had a pretty good day actually. He's actually serviced the M150, the tractor. So yeah, they've replaced the seal in the pump, so that all went pretty well. And yeah, changed all the oils. What else I found when they did the wheel motors or the hubs, he just had a bit of fine sort of, wasn't sort of metal, but what's actually happened is I think they're like the pinion gears in the center of the hubs. You can actually swap them left to right, or swap them round, and it'll drive on the back side of the teeth. So which he's done that, and yeah, that he said next year we'll change them. He said we'll get this year out of them, but he said he said they may very well have failed this year, so it wasn't a big job. He doesn't muck around, this bloke. He's what I thought might take a heap of time. Yeah, so he got that done, and I think they've done all the bearings on the pickup fronts as well. We're just, yeah, there's that much other stuff going on at the moment. It's work what the week could be doing. I'm just like, if you want to do it, just do it, and it's done. Then I know it's done properly. So we got all the lambs in late yesterday afternoon, got them drafted up, and then we're going to run them back in this morning. We'll the weather portion back in this morning and weigh. We need about 400 for this contract at the end of the month, so we're into spring now. Doesn't look like it's going to rain, so hence why we're just running around trying to get everything, as much water on crop as we can. Tony's been working on that irrigator, just trying to get it operational. And yeah, Brendan's been giving me a hand, and yeah, just sort of we're shearing tomorrow, so got to get the shed cleaned out and that, but we're just sort of trying to get all this stock organised at the moment. So yeah, again, we'll get these lambs weighed this morning, and yeah, we'll yard sheep for shearing tomorrow and get the shed cleaned out. I had a bit of drama here with the channel. These channels over here didn't get sprayed, so we've had a bit of rubbish in them, and they actually, I think it does it automatically. It reduces the flow. So yeah, we were back to 4 megs for whatever, but I did come over with the tractor and try and have a bit of a play around to try and get it going again. So I'll just go and have a look. I have actually shut the water off. So yeah, I need to have a look at it, and because I'll come in and try and clean this channel out a bit more. So, but if it's back up to 8 megs, I'll leave it alone. So anyway, we'll go and have a look and see how we get on. So I don't know what's happened here. It's we seem to have a lot of water running out the end of the bay. I didn't think with the flow we had coming that it'd get down the bay before daylight. So anyway, just running out. I've got this thing. Most of the guys that have been long time watchers will know what this is. So basically we plonk this thing at the end of the bay wherever we want the water to finish. And once the water reaches it, it sends me a text message. Saves a lot of time. And saves water. So it's yeah, she's a pretty clever little gizmo. Yeah, the company, local company Padman stops that you would have heard me speak about before. They make them, but it allows you, because the worst thing here that when I'm not at home, I've got to travel over here to check the water. I can, yeah, you know, I'm 10 minutes away, 15 minutes away, so I can chuck this thing down and it, yeah, you know what's going on then. So I just need to find a spot for him. Yeah, so we just put it down there like that, and yeah, it's got sensors in the bottom of it. Once the water touches the sensors, we're good to go. I'll just show you. So we've obviously had all the lambs on this side of the loosened pivot, so they've got it eaten back pretty well. And then yeah, we've had a draft up, so we've got the weather portion over here, and we're gonna have a draft up tomorrow. But yeah, you can see the difference of the grazed and ungrazed. Yeah, they've had a fair go at this side. So what has happened here, I was going to start this irrigator, but the lambs have been in here. I came out yesterday morning and there was a dozen lambs. The gate was open here, so there's a dozen lambs in here, and what they've done is decided to chew everything. So we've lost the wires off there, and we've lost the wires off that sensor. So I'm going to go to Finley and get some more stuff to get this going, and also yeah, try and get some. I need to get a suction and some other bits and pieces for this other irrigator. So fingers crossed we can get it going as well. Just shutting the irrigator down. So canola's, this is by far our best canola crop, purely because it's had rain, or had artificial rain. So it's done a full circle. This, so yeah, I've got plenty of headspace in the dam here, so I'll fly over and get these bits, and then we can, yeah, get this other one going. So we just put 14 mil on this. I just want to try and spread the water around a bit while we can. We're getting pretty dry here, so I sort of haven't spoken too much about it, but we've got some crop going backwards pretty quickly. So yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, we've been in this position before. So, but yeah, 14 mil. The probe was telling us. I think the probe's in the wrong spot. It's on sort of heavy soil type, so I reckon there might be a bit of moisture there. But in saying that, yeah, it has had, you know, it had 50 mil at the start of the year, and then it's had another 10 12 the other day, so, well, 3 weeks ago. So the probe might be far away from what it's telling me, but yeah, anyway, we're trying to get water on whatever we can at the moment. Yeah, as you might have sort of worked out, there's a bit of mucking around going on, but hopefully it won't be too bad. The weather is much nicer today, so I've been over, worked there while I've been over and got a new one for the other one. So that's basically just a sensor that when I look on my phone with the ag sense, I can tell what pressure the irrigator's running at, so it doesn't actually play any part in anything. So we're going. I've had a phone call there, me telling you what was going on before. That's all right. So I had to come back over. The little one there down with the green wire there, it's It's on what they call a Nelson valve, and what it does, it opens and closes. It talks to the, I think it talks to the AgSense, which is the remote side of it, and it basically opens. There's a valve there that it opens and closes, and then it works on pressure and it shuts the pump down. If it closes, obviously, well, if the irrigator was going now, the pressure would rise back at the pump, and then it would shut off. So it's just got 12 volt power in it, and I just had the wires around the wrong way. So once I had the pump going over there, and the pressure went through the roof and stopped, which is what it's supposed to do. And then yeah, it dawned on me what the go was. So yeah, I just came over and swapped them round, and should be right. So we're putting 34 mil on. We'll give it a good drink, and yeah, just do this half and see how we go. So it'll take a good 24 hours. It'll take longer than that to do the half. Yeah, about 24, a little bit more than 24 hours. So this time tomorrow, we're sort of 1:45 now. So yeah, but we'll be here shearing, so we'll be able to keep an eye on it. So. All right, day's about done, but there's a bit to do yet. Just been over cleaning the channel out with the backhoe. Not very efficient, but it's got the job done. What was happening, we just didn't get to spraying the channels over there, so we've got a lot of build up in the channels, which restricts the water. And what's actually happened now with the automated doors in the out of the supply channel, they actually regulate themselves. So if the water's not getting away, they'll close up and next one will open, and so on and so on. So we're only getting sort of 4 megs of water. So I've just been through and done about a section of about 100 metres with the backhoe and cleaned it out, and just had a look, and it's back up to what it should be. The water is slowly making its way here. These are the oats that we're going to try and have a crack at watering. So the water is making its way. It's back at nearly back at the intersection back there. So it'll be somehow during the night before it gets here. I've dug a bit of a sump here with the backhoe. I've got it here, and then I've just got our recycle pump that we use down on the dam for the corn here. So I've just got to hook up the suction, and then I've just got some lay flat hose I'm going to run out, and basically just let it. There are still banks, small banks, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm just going to let it go and see where it ends up. It's going to be a bugger of a night. I think I'll be up for a fair slab of it. So at this rate, we've got 3 outlets running at the moment. The one at home on the home block on the pivot, so it's looking after itself. But yeah, this other one that we're watering the grazing wheat, and then here. So just not too sure how it's going to all play out. So anyway, we're going to be what are we? About 6:20 here at the moment. It's going to be. Could be midnight before we've got water here, so I'll just have to, and I'll probably be around the other water again, so yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Want to try and get this other irrigator going tomorrow. I've been and got a suction for it, which I mentioned earlier. The boys have been good. Tony was off spraying today, bit of our own stuff, and then some contract spraying, so I think he's got all it done, and they drafted up the using lamps for shearing in the morning. Yeah, so I'll get to now and get this all hooked up, and then if we do get water here tonight, I'm just hoping we've got enough of a bank down further that we don't have an overflow somewhere. Yeah, anyway, we'll see how it goes. It's a bit before 10. Yeah, just got into bed and the water monitor went off, so I was in bed about 10 minutes. I said to Sarah, I bet you this thing goes off as soon as I get in here, and sure enough. So we'll head down and change it, and yeah, hopefully we've got enough water there we can get this pump going. change the warm gumboots out for the standard gumboots. Nights are still a little bit chilly. You probably can't see the little light. It's got this thing's water monitor's got a little strobe on it so we can see it. Probably should have brought a torch or something with me, but anyway, we're a bit ill prepared for the irrigation season, but anyway. The dews come in, so I'll end up with wet pants too, probably. Anyway, that's all right. I've got a wheel track here, sat in a wheel track this morning, so it was a bit easier to have a bit of a bare spot. So we'll get up here, you won't be able to see anything because I can't see anything on the screen, so you won't be able to see the strobe flashing when I get to it. Yeah. There you go, here he is. As I lift it up out of the water, it stops. Easy as that. Back at home, so we've got a bit of a mess down there. This what we've done with the road grader. A bank had blown out, so I sort of had to dig around with the backhoe to try and build it back up again. But look, it's not going to matter where the water runs really, but we're going to have to probably. I'll get on now on the laptop. It's about 11 o'clock, a bit before 11. Yeah, I'll shut the water off for the morning. We're going to have to try and build the bank up a bit better than what we have to try and get it to work properly. It's probably trying to force the water down to where the oats are. It's probably a bit high, but yeah, even still with this, if we can get this other irrigator going, we're going to have to do something a bit better than what we've got there because it's not going to be real satisfactory. We need the bank another, half a metre higher probably in real terms. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Shearers are coming in the morning, so it'll be, yeah, I'll get up early and go and have a look and see what, I'll probably have to change water about 5 anyway, so I'll get up then and go and see whether it's, the water's still in the bank or not, but yeah, there wasn't enough water. There was water at the pump, but just not enough to start it, so anyway, I'm going to bed. Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you next one. Bye.